Hello everyone. I am Jaya Kagra, Assistant Professor of Commerce, Government City College, Nayapur, Hyderabad. Today I am discussing the topic which is continuation of the last class. This is the topic from banking theory and practice. In the last class we have discussed who is a banker, who is a customer. In continuation with that, what is the relationship between the banker and customer? There are two types of relationship between banker and customer. One is general relationship, other one is special relationship. So based on these two relationship, the banker and customer relationship topic I am discussing with you. So general relationship. The general relationship, the first one is creditor debtor. Relationship between the customer having a deposit account and the banker. So whenever the customer deposits the account, there is a relationship between banker and customer that is called debtor and creditor. Depositor is a lender and banker is a borrower. Whoever is a depositor, that person is a lender and the banker is a borrower. Means banker borrows the money. Depositor is the Depositor is a creditor and the banker is a debtor. So depositor here is a creditor and banker is a debtor. So the money handed over to the bank is a debt. The money once deposited in the bank becomes the money of the bank and it is privilege of the bank to use that money as it consider fit. The depositor remains a creditor that to an unsecured creditor. So here, whenever the person deposits the money, he becomes the depositor and he is called the unsecured creditor. In general relationship, the debtor and creditor relation, when the customer avails a loan or an advance, then his relationship with the banker undergoes a change to what it is when he is a deposit holder. So whenever the customer avails a loan or advance, then his relationship with the banker undergoes a change to what it is when he is a deposit holder. Since the funds are lent to the customer, he becomes the borrower and the banker becomes the lender. So whenever the customer becomes the borrower, the banker becomes the lender. The relation is the debtor creditor relation, the customer being a debtor and the banker being a creditor. So in both the situation, once the banker becomes the debtor and in other case, customer becomes the debtor. In one case, the banker becomes the creditor. In another case, banker's uh, customer becomes the creditor. So there is a general relationship with the banker and the customer when they give loans and advances, they have a relationship, or when they deposit their money in the bank, then they have the same relationship called the debtor and creditor. In special relationship, bank as a trustee. So bank becomes a trustee of its customer. As per the section 3 of Indian Trust Act 1882, a trust is an obligation occupied to the ownership of property and arising out of assurance reposed in and accepted by the owner, or declared and accepted by him for the benefit of another or of another and the owner. Thus, trustee is the holder of property on behalf of a beneficiary. So here the trustee is nothing but, as per the Indian Trust Act 1882, banks becomes the trustee of its customer. How the bank becomes a trustee of its customer? Trust is an obligation occupied to the ownership of property and arising out of assurance. So here this person becomes the trustee, is a holder of property on behalf of a beneficiary. Beneficiary or trustee. If a customer keeps certain valuables or the security with the bank for safekeeping, so whenever the customer feels that the things keeping in their house are unsafe, they will keep their gold jewelries, the important documents, papers in the banks as a safe custody. So safekeeping the deposit, a certain amount of money for a specific purpose, the banker besides become a bailee and also a trustee. The money or the securities so kept are not at a disposal of the bank. The banker cannot utilize those money or the security as he desires, since the money does not belongs to him. So whenever the customer is having a safe locker or safe custody in the bank, so bank is not having any right to use those money or the jewelry, gold jewelry, or any document, as the bank is only a trustee and beneficiary relationship where the banker cannot touch those things. Here there is a delivery of goods or security from one person to another, which amount of bailment as per section 148 in of Indian Contract Act 1872. This act says there is a relationship between the banker and the customer where one person to the another person which amount of bailment. This is called a bailment relationship between the banker and the customer as per the Indian Contract Act. Bailor and Bailey. Section 148 of Indian Contract Act 1872. A bailment is a delivery of goods by one person to another for same purpose upon a contract that they shall, when the purpose is accomplished, be returned or otherwise disposed of according to the direction of the person delivering them. The person delivering the goods is called the bailor. The person to whom they are delivered is called the bailee. So here the person delivering the goods is called the bailor and the person to whom they are delivered is called the bailee. So there are the two persons in the bailment contract, Indian Contract Act, bailor and bailee. The bailor is a person who delivers the goods and bailee is a person to whom the goods are delivered. Means the person who receives the goods is nothing but a bailee. Banks secure their advances by obtaining tangible security. In some cases, physical possession of security goods, pledge, valuable bonds, etc. are taken. So these are the things where the becomes the bank becomes the trustee of its customer, where they keeps the security for all those things which they are physically possession of the security. Valuable goods, bonds, etc. are taken into consideration. Lessor and lessee. As per section 105 of Transfer of Property Act 1882, a lessee lease of immovable property is a transfer of a right to enjoy such property made for a certain time, express or implied, or in perpetuant in consideration of a price paid or promised, or of money, a share of crops, service, or any other things of value to be rendered periodically or specified occasion to be transferred by the transferee who accepts the transfer on such terms. Safe deposit locker. So here the lessor and lessee in the lease. Lease is nothing but when the immovable property. This is a property which is not movable, it is immovable property. In that property, where the rights are transferred from one person to another person and for a certain time, uh, where it expressed or implied. So this is called the lessor and lessee relationship between the banker and its customer who accepts the transfer on such terms, and safe deposit locker for this. Agent and principal. Section 182 of Indian Contract Act of 1872 defines an agent as a person employed to do any act for another or to represent another in dealing with the third person. The person for whom such act is done or who is so represented is called the principal. Banks collect checks, bills, and make payment to various authorities, mm, rent, telephone bills, insurance premium on behalf of customer. So here the banker becomes the agent to its customer. How it becomes the agent to customer? Because when the person here is a customer is a person, this is a person where he is supposed to pay some amount to the third person. So banker play a very important role. Banker on behalf of its customer act as an agent and do the things. What things is to bank collect checks, bank collect bills, bank sometimes pay rent, sometimes telephone bills, they pay insurance premium directly paid from bank, so etc. There are so many things where the banker becomes the agent and the customer becomes the principal, so he do such things. So there is a special relationship between the banker and customer when he is supposed to deal with the third person. Bank provide additional services such as collection of checks, bills, etc. They also undertake to pay regularly the electricity bills, phone bills, etc. Relationship arising out of these additional services is of principal agent between the customer and the bank. The relationship ceases once the customer die because insane or becomes insolvent. So when this relationship stop, or we can say freeze, when the customer die, or when the customer becomes the insane, or when the customer becomes the insolvent. The proceeds of the check sent for collection, which are in transit, not created to the customer account, are not the money of the banker till such time as they are credited into the customer account. So this we can say the bank provide additional services such as collection of checks, bills, etc. They also undertake to pay regularly the electricity bill, phone. The relationship arising out of these additional services is of principal agent between the customer and the bank. Relationship ceases once the customer die, becomes insane, or becomes insolvent. Proceeds of the check sent for collection, which are in transit, not created to the customer account, are not the money of the banker till such time as they are credited into the customer account. Indemnifier or indemnified. The customer is an indemnifier and bank is a indemnified. A contract by which one party promises to save the other from loss caused to him by the conduct of promise himself or the conduct of any other person is called a contract of indemnity. Section 124 Indian Contract Act 1872. In the case of banking, this relationship happens in transaction of issue of duplicate demand draft, fixed deposit receipt, etc. So this is a situation arises where the transaction of issue of duplicate demand draft means duplicate DD or fixed deposit receipt. Underlying the point in this case in that either the party will compensate the other of any loss arising from the wrong or excess payment. So sometimes if this situation arises, the customer is a indemnifier and bank is a indemnified. The relationship between this or the transaction between these two parties is indemnity. So in this situation, if the bankers issue a duplicate demand or fixed deposit, in that situation, underlying point in this case of either the party, if something goes wrong, in that situation, they will pay a wrong payment or excess payment. In that situation, this thing arises. As a custodian. A custodian is a person who acts as a caretaker of something. Bank take legal responsibility of a customer's security. While opening a demat account becomes the custodian. So here the bankers legally responsible for the customer's security. For the customer valuable, the bankers becomes the security person or bankers become the custodian. As a guarantor, banks give guarantee on behalf of their customer and enter into their shoes. Guarantee is a contingent, means conditional contract. As per section 31 of Indian Contract Act, guarantee is a contingent contract. Guarantor. So bank give guarantee on behalf of their customer and enter into their shoes. So sometimes a banker, whenever the any other third person asking any information related to their customer, so banker is a guarantor. He give guarantee of their customer. Termination. Termination, the relationship between a banker and a customer. Death, insolvency, lunacy of a customer, the customer closing the account, that is voluntary termination, liquidation of the company, closing of the account by bank after giving due notices, completion of the contract or the specific transaction. So there are certain situations where the banker and customer relationship is stopped. Termination is nothing but where the relationship is closed. So when the relationship is closed, when the customer death or the insolvent or the lunatic of the customer or the customer closing the account, that is voluntary termination. Sometimes customer feel this bank is not giving proper services or there is no use of having account in that particular bank. So bank close their account voluntarily. Liquidation of the company. In some situation, the company goes into liquidation. So if the account is open related to that, then the closing of the account by bank after giving due notices. Sometimes the bank itself close the account of their customer. Completion of the contract or specific transaction. Sometimes for the specific purpose, the account is open in the bank. That specific purpose or that particular transaction is completed, then the relationship is terminated. Means the relationship is over and there and the account is closed. So there, these are the points where the special relationship and general relationship between the banker and customer we have discussed. Thank you so much.
मम्मी फोन आया था ना मेरे सर का